Yo, what is up guys, and welcome back to McAD's Entertainment. I'm your host as always, Adam McGahee. Before we hop into this video, I just wanted to say thank you to all of those who are helping grow this channel so quickly. We are almost at 2,000 subscribers, which is absolutely insane. I have tons more Star Wars content planned, and it would mean so much if you could give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and tap the bell icon to be notified of all of our latest videos. We continue today's series of videos that explain the origins of the infamous bounty hunter Jango Fett from the Star Wars prequels. This story comes from the comic called Jango Fett Open Seasons, all of which explains the dark and brutal upbringing that Jango had, which led him into becoming the notorious bounty hunter and clone soldier template that we all know and love him for. The last issue focused on how Jango became leader of the Mandalorians after his mentor and father figure Jaster Mareel was killed in combat by Tor Vizsla, leader of the Death Watch, who was at war with Jaster and the true Mandalorians. Jango took control of the group and vowed vengeance on Death Watch. This is where the last issue ended and where today's story begins. The issue starts off once again in the future, 10 years prior to the events of Attack of the Clones. We see Count Dooku in his castle, talking to his master Darth Sidious about the status of finding a template for their upcoming clone army. Dooku assures that Jango is the absolute best candidate for the clone program and that he will soon be meeting with the famed bounty hunter. Sidious asks Dooku if Jango clones would be effective at killing Jedi, and Dooku reassures his master and begins to tell a tale years prior where he witnessed Jango kill dozens of Dooku's Jedi brothers and sisters, all with his bare hands. We then cut back to a few years prior, where we see the young Jango Fett, now wearing the armor of his mentor Jaster Mareel, taking on a small militia on the planet Galridon on behalf of the planet's governor. Jango and his band of Mandalorians make quick work of the troops, and Jango announces that the job is over and that he is going to collect their pay from the governor. We then see the governor's enormous mansion and see a very scared governor who appears to be quite nervous that Jango has arrived, almost as if he's hiding something. Jango tells him that the job is done and that now he demands information. He knows that the governor has been harboring Vizsla and is even refunding the Death Watch and wants to know where these rogue Mandalorians are. Suddenly, Vizsla and his Death Watch soldiers barge into the room, opening fire on the Mandalorian. Jango rockets out of the window in an attempt to escape the ambush. Vizsla, being the dead aim that he is, opens fire on Jango and lands a hit directly into the Mandalorian's jetpack, causing him to come hurtling down into the snow below. Just then, we see fleets of Jedi ships arriving at the mansion. The governor, then revealed to be officially working with Death Watch, sees the ships and informs Vizsla that he hired the Mandalorians to kill the militia, which were actually political activists. He then called the Jedi and told him that Jango's Mandalorians were evil and were brutally slaughtering these activists, all in one twisted plan to get the Jedi to kill the Mandalorians. A wounded Jango crawls out of the snow, and much to his dismay, sees the fleet of Jedi ships arriving on the planet. He rushes to his camp to warn his soldiers of the incoming attack, when suddenly, they are greeted by a young Count Dooku, still a Jedi at this time, leading an army of other Jedi with him. He tells the Mandalorians to surrender quietly, and to not attempt a fight. Jango, refusing to be taken prisoner, demands for the Mandalorians to open fire on the Jedi. The Mandos begin firing their blasters at the Jedi, who effortlessly deflect them back with their lightsabers. Jango, realizing that this plan of attack is not working, has the men switch to projectile weapons. The Mandalorians then begin firing a barrage of wrist rockets at the Jedi, an attack which allows the troops to get closer in for close-range combat. An all-out war ensues, with Jedi being slain and Mandalorians being cut in half. An enraged Jango leaps into a crowd of Jedi and begins to engage them with close-quarters combat, killing them with nothing but his hands. The battle turns so bloody and chaotic that there is nothing left but a handful of Jedi and Mandalorians. Jango confronts one of the last remaining Jedi and proceeds to engage him, throwing snow in his eye to blind him, and then cracking the Jedi in the face with his Beskar helmet. As the Jedi lay in the snow, holding his bruised and bloodied face, Jango takes a piece of wire and begins to choke the Jedi with it, breaking his neck and killing him. A group of Jedi come to arrest Jango as Dooku looks amongst the carnage, heartbroken at the death that the Jedi caused on this day. We then cut back to present-day Dooku, who finished telling the story to his master. He tells him that Jango was given back to the governor and became a slave. Sidious asks, how did Jango ever escape? Just then, Dooku hears the ship of the notorious bounty hunter arrive, and tells his master he will have to ask him face to face. And that is the conclusion of Issue 3 of Jango Fett Open Seasons, the Origins comic which explains how Jango became the template for the clone army. Are you enjoying this series? Have you read it before? What other Star Wars stories should we cover? Sound off in the comments. Also be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and tap the bell icon to be notified of all of our latest videos. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, you are awesome and loved. God bless, and I will see you in the next one.